Hi, everyone. My name is Ms. Hebner. I'm one of the English teachers here at Central High School. Some of you may know me. Some of you may have seen me outside, standing outside my classroom during class changes, fighting with Mr. Wargo, because that does happen often. And for those of you who don't know me, it's nice to meet you. I'm here to talk to you guys about positivity and the importance of staying positive. And I think the best way for me to get this across, this concept across, is for me to tell you a story. And I'm going to tell you the story of how I learned this very important lesson of being positive. And that was when I was a high schooler. It was my senior year of high school long ago. And I was on the cheer squad. And you can imagine, when you're on a sports team, you guys become like a family. So you fight a lot. So I was on the competition and sideline squad, and we spent lots of time together. So the girls and Josh, we had a male cheerleader, his name's Josh. So the girls and Josh, we all fought a lot sometimes. And it didn't help that our coach during this year was not a very nice lady sometimes. And I remember one day in practice, this was around September. I even remember the month. It was around September. It was about the fourth week of actual practice. And she came in, and we were stretching, doing our little stretches before practice. She came in and sat down, pulled out a folder, and looked at us and said, "Y'all suck." And we were like, oh my, okay. We're like, all right. And she was like, "You cheered horribly on Friday. I don't know what you were thinking on Saturday at the competition. Y'all suck. Y'all are terrible. Why are we even here?" And we were like, okay, all righty then. And we just looked at her like, okay, because she had been a little bit negative before, but some of the cheerleaders on the squad and myself, we tried really hard to stay positive. Well, this was a common theme. Every day she would sit down, pull out her little folder, and yell at us and point out all of our mistakes, all of our faults. She would critique everything. And then during practice, when we would make a mistake, she would make us run, do wall sits, push-ups, you name it, she made us do it. And it sucked. And we all started to turn on each other, and we started to blame each other for it. Because when that happens over and over and over again during one practice, we get tired of it. You get tired of it. So we all started blaming each other. Our coach's negative attitude started to radiate through all of the girls and Josh. And we just couldn't keep a positive attitude because we had such a strong negative force in the room and in the gym and just on the team. So one day after practice, some of us had enough. So we kind of met outside in the parking lot after practice and we just had a talk. Like, we can't deal with this. Students were talking on social media. Even people on the cheer squad were negatively talking on social media about it, about how we sucked, about how we had no teamwork. I mean, you name it, they were talking about it on social media. It was everywhere. And it really started to affect us negatively. Our mental health suffered, our emotional health suffered. It was just bad. So we had this little chit chat, and one of the girls said, "We need to change our attitudes. We as seniors," because it was a group of seniors and some juniors, and Josh, "we need to change our attitudes so we can lift this team up instead of tear it down." So we made a pact. We decided we were going to be positive. So the next day of practice, we all came into the gym, and the group that had met at the parking lot the night before started complimenting people on our squad. We just started saying, "Oh, Amber, I'm really proud of you for how hard you worked yesterday at practice." Or, "Lynn, I heard that you got 100 on your history test. I'm so proud of you. I know you've been working really hard on that." So we just started rolling out the compliments, rolling out the positivity, rolling out the encouragement. And before our coach came, we were all like super happy, which we hadn't been that happy in a really long time together as a group. We had just been fighting. So our coach came in, she did her normal folder, this is what you did wrong, but it didn't affect us as much because we had already had that positive interaction beforehand. I mean, we were kind of like, all right, but it wasn't as like harsh as it had been because we were crying some days because of how harsh it was. So that went on for for the rest of the season. And we all started to really improve. Our attitude started to really improve. And the positivity just poured out of all of us. We all started smiling again. We all started working together better. We decided to ignore social media and all that, and it really helped. And even though our coach still was negative and still had those negative comments, it wasn't as potent as it had been. It wasn't as strong as it had been. The negative energy kind of went away because we had all of this positive energy coming from all of us, because we decided we were going to encourage one another. If a stunt fell, we weren't going to blame each other. We were going to lift each other up. We were going to say, that's okay. That happens. Everybody's safe. Everybody's okay. Let's just get up and try again. You guys got this. And it really helped change our attitudes. So I challenge you to be positive, to make that change, to make that choice, to be positive, whether it's in person or on social media. It's your choice to be positive. And I hope you got something out of this story, this short story that I told you. And I hope you make the choice to be positive. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.